Hello, beautiful people. So, I just got back from vacation, and on the plane ride home, I binged a crap load of YouTube videos that I had downloaded just for the purpose of binging on a plane. And a while ago, I'd seen a video from Spitbricks, who, if you don't know him, he's a Lego YouTuber. Normally, he's a great guy, covers all the news and stuff. I like him a lot. But he made a video about Lego removing instructions, and whenever I see something interesting, I typically don't watch it there and then because I'm busy. I have things to do. I hit download or save to watch later, and then watch it later. And currently, I have like 350 videos on my watch later playlist. It's kind of bad. So this video came up next on my watch later playlist, and so I started watching, and I gotta say that video and a bunch of its comments had some really bad takes, and this video is probably going to be overly vitriolic and just more upset about this issue than it should be, but I saw this and it just made me really mad, so I felt like I needed to talk about the situation because it's something that I think people don't really understand the weight of. Let's start with the situation itself. The Lego Corporation, is beginning a switch to digital instruction, putting more emphasis on its Lego Builders app and gradually phasing out physical instructions in a lot of its sets. And the internet does not like this. Heck, even in my own Discord server, people are against Lego making the switch. And I don't want to hate on anybody, but the entire situation just rubs me the wrong way and shows an underlying problem with the way we view sustainability. Let's start with the point on which this entire video hinges, which immediately disproves the most common counterargument, that of the building experience being negatively affected. The environment is more important than your whims. This is dramatic, you may say, and you'd be right. This entire situation is dramatic, as is the climate crisis itself. However, it doesn't make it any less true. Spitbricks' video and the comments beneath it are full of people proclaiming how much this will ruin the experience for them, and they may be right. But I cannot stress enough, your experience is not the most important thing here. This is unfortunately consistent with the classic attitude of the white moderate, as Martin Luther King Jr. called it. Or, I mean, moderate of any race for that matter. Race has very little to do with it in this situation. And they are so gung-ho about the climate crisis and how much they'll do to help the environment, and they're picking up trash, and they're volunteering, and they're donating $10 to Team Seas or whatever, right up until it affects their hobbies in the minorest way. This next bit is going to sound ugly, but honestly, at this point in time, there's no non-ugly way to go about this. The climate crisis sucks. It's a result of a ton of people, either cluelessly or maliciously for the sake of profit, continuing a system that destroys our atmosphere, our ocean, and just overall rends the entire world around us apart. It is one of the ugliest things ever, and me saying this, in the grand scheme of things, is about as ugly as a baby seal in comparison. Suck it up. But the experience isn't the same. Suck it up. But they're doing it for profit. Suck it up. I don't want to stare at my screen. Suck it up. But I need a collector's item to show off the sets I own. A, the box exists. B, the set itself exists. C, suck it up. The instructions are not a vital part of the Lego experience. This is coming from someone who owns upwards of 50 sets. They are not. The actually vital part of the Lego experience is the set itself. All you need is a bunch of pieces and a box to hold them in. The instructions are a facilitator to building the set, nothing more. You may think this is over pragmatic and utilitarian. Yes, that's the point. To save our freaking world, we need to be pragmatic and utilitarian. This is what it has come to. The instructions will be equally effective in whatever medium you can access them. The example Spitbricks used about, he said, reading books on a Kindle is just not the same as, like, reading the print. And as someone who reads pretty much exclusively on a Kindle, I can sympathize with the experience not being the same, but I got used to it, and so will you, and the differences between the experiences is not worth killing another tree. So often, corporations are concerned with what makes them the most profit, and often that's to the detriment of the world around us. So when a company actually tries to do something that will help, even infinitesimally, to reverse the damage so many others have caused, why is it that we immediately bite at the hand that feeds us?
Now, of course, as always, there's more to this, because removing thick booklets of paper from their sets would not only make LEGO sets more sustainable per se, but you see, this move would also save LEGO lots of money. Yup, this is definitely not just a sustainability move, I guarantee it. It's also a business move to reduce costs. This entire situation reminds me a lot of when Apple decided to remove charging bricks and headphones from their iPhones, all in the name of sustainability and reducing carbon emissions. Right. This change also saved Apple $6.5 billion last year.
As said in the video and the comments below, many people are skeptical about if this is purely altruistic. I see multiple people saying it'll actually save LEGO money, and that's why they're doing it. Now, aside from this being pure conjecture with no solid evidence that this is actually LEGO reasoning, I want to ask you this. Does it really matter? If they're trying to help save the environment that we, as a species, have so heartlessly gutted, what does it matter if saving money is a side benefit, or hell, even the main cause? I'm inclined to give LEGO the benefit of the doubt, considering they seem to be one of the most earnest companies out there, but even if the decision is profit-driven, they're helping! It doesn't sodding matter what the reasoning is. They're trying to help, and we should be in full support of that! Sorry, I got so upset there I transformed into British mode for a second. The climate crisis sucks, and while none of us caused or helped it, that doesn't change the fact that this is our friggin' world, and we need to fight to defend it. It's an unfortunate truth, but it is a truth. We need to make sacrifices to keep our world afloat. And I'm not like British Petroleum, saying that everyone needs to manage their own carbon footprint in order to divert attention from their horrific environmental atrocities. 90% of carbon emissions are caused by big corporations. And as soon as one of those corporations actually tries to help, to change, to become sustainable, everyone snaps back. If they end up going back on this decision because of the pushback from people who value their own nostalgia over the fricking planet, I will... Well, I don't actually know. I'll do something drastic. Delete my YouTube channel or blow up my Minecraft world or something. Also, I just want to say to those of you saying, make them out of recycled paper instead, no. Do some research on that. Learn how waste works. Learn how processing works. Learn that recycling actually takes energy. And it doesn't actually keep stuff from being wasted. It just keeps more materials from having to enter the cycle. It is... not actually that good of a saving thing. And to that point, items that are made out of recycled materials are essential to the experience. If you buy a shopping bag or a water bottle that is made out of 100% recycled plastic or whatever, that is important. When you buy a shopping bag or a water bottle, you're buying a shopping bag or a water bottle. If they made that digital, it wouldn't work. However, for a Lego set, you're buying a Lego set, not a Lego instruction book. So you already get the set and the box. And if the instructions being digital will at all help the environment in any way, you should be for it, or you are wrong. You are so wrong. And I am really, really worried that LEGO is going to see all the blowback and the discourse, and they're going to be like, well, we've decided to keep instructions. And honestly, I am typically all for when the little people push against the big corporation making a terrible choice. I joined the big OGL scandal for Wizards of the Coast a couple months ago, where they were gonna do something really bad for Dungeons & Dragons. And I can name dozens of those in the last 5 years where people have made their voices heard and had something changed back. This is not one of those situations. If that happens, that will be terrible for our world. Remember to like and subscribe and support LEGO in this new endeavor so that the whims of idiots on the internet won't keep them from saving the planet. Thank you and goodbye, beautiful people.